Yes guys, hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you guys how to make your Assetto Corsa look realistic as possible. I'm going to show you my graphics settings and how to make them look the best, and also what to download, and then show you basically in the game of how to make it look the best. There's three things you're going to need to install, which is Pure, the Lights patch, and the AC Realism 2.3. They are all paid. I think it works out around $7, but once you've paid for it once, you can then cancel your subscription on Patreon and then not have to worry about it again. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you my settings inside Content Manager and then show you in my settings inside the actual game, and then you can basically copy and paste and have your game looking as realistic as possible. So you are here inside Content Manager. First things first, head on over to settings and then go to Assetto Corsa and then go to video. Copy and paste all these settings that I have right now and head over to custom shader patch. These are all the weather effects, lighting effects. These are all the neck effects, extra effects, shadow effects, and small tweaks, and particular effects. And last but not least, rain effects. There is quite a lot of effects inside Content Manager apparently. Now let's quickly load up into Assetto Corsa and show you what you have to do inside the game. First things you need to do is head over to the right hand side. Once you've installed the correct stuff, you will see Pure Config. It looks a little bit like this, and then you need to find it's called post-processing filters. There is a little search bar. Once you press this, just to search up what you need to search, and then you will then have them up. This is called Pure Config, and this is post-processing filters. Make sure you set it to AC Real version 2.3 Whizz's Personal. This is just a one I actually prefer. It's one of the best ones I've used just for me to set up. It is basically raw and it lets you do everything you want to do. I kind of don't want to change it to the new version because I think this version is the best. So first of all, hit import and then head on over to this and click this and then click done and import it. And then once you've done that, just copy and paste all these settings, what I have right now. Just pause the video and I will just go through them slowly. So that is everything we have set. Now I'm going to talk you through a couple things if you don't like the certain settings. So what I suggest, if you don't like it looking so dullish, you can just mess with the saturation either in the light to make the light more saturated. If you want more of a glowing sun, I like it more of a cold feeling. And then obviously if the sun's too bright, like for instance, just turn it down to your liking. Sometimes the car reflections may be a bit too high. Sun specular is the bounce off the sun from like the objects. It kind of doesn't really do too much right now. Ambient light temperature, if it's for instance when you're loading the game it's really dark, again that just like amps up the ambient light temperature. It's ambient light level. Okay, I kind of messed that up, but whatever. Again, saturation, it kind of messes with how color it is. I don't really know that one. It's kind of broken it. CSP light, this is for like for instance, to see the headlights, look ahead. This adjusts like how bright your headlights are. I don't really like them too bright unless you play at night time. That's like the only time I would say mess with those. And then this one does the headlight, the rear lights and other stuff, and including inside. So sometimes if you have it too high, you might find that it kind of messes up the inside of the car, which is not, there you go. See, but he's not doing it right now, so it's all good. So make sure if you want to mess with stuff like that, that's that. Reflections levels is the reflections of the car. For some strange reason, every time I click inside the Assetto Corsa, my camera does. Has anyone ever had this? Can you drop down in the comments below if you had this problem? Like, what's going on? I don't know what's going on. Continue with the video. I'm just going to turn my face off. Get to reflections. As I was saying, this changes the reflections around the vehicle. Obviously none, all. I have it set like you see before. I don't know what it was set to, but just play around with it and see which you like the most. If you want more color in the sky, head on over to clouds and then head on over to contrast and just mess with the contrast and it'll give it more color. You know, I like it so it's kind of like looking outside when it's like a really sunny day and it's like overexposed. You can also play with the cloud brightness, but again I like it a little bit brighter than usual. Again, that's up to you. If you like my settings, then you like my settings. Other thing is, if you don't like the colors of the trees and stuff like that, unfortunately this map has like weird ass color trees around here somewhere. Saturation, again, that does more saturation, which in my eyes I don't think you need to mess with that too much. Maybe a little bit more saturation around about there, I would say. Daytime exposure. This is really helpful if it's too overexposed or it isn't enough. play around with that. Also daytime limits, that also helps to play up and down if it's too dim. This helps as well for brightness, but I have it set to where it is. Then also God rays, if the sun is too powerful and it's just over like too much, you know, you can turn that up and down. It's all like where you want it to set. I think it comes in at like that, and that's far too much. I'll probably say around half. Again, I haven't played around with these too much. I don't really know too much about it. Again, daytime cloud brightness. Again, you can mess with all these to mess with your cloud, make it look funky. But again, I like it as it is. I think it looks fantastic. And that, guys, is how to get the perfect settings on Assetto Corsa. Have a play around with it. See what you like. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know in the comments below what you think of my settings and if you're going to use them. I highly recommend checking out AC Realism, but I don't recommend the newest versions of it. If you can find it elsewhere, fair enough. I'll leave a link in the description for everything I've used in this video. Have a good one. Peace out.